Hello everyone and welcome back to Timberborn. This is episode 13 of the Badlands Plains series. In the last episode we finished this part of phase 2 of the aqueduct. You can see that we have all this area cleared out now and we have everything built up on the levee side. I think we're just missing some sort of connection between this and these engines over here. So let's take a look, see where it is. It starts up here and then it zigzags down, but I think this is the piece that we actually are missing. So if we inch our way over here, we should be able to place it. There we go. I just want to get this high prioritized, and as soon as that happens, they should be able to start pumping water. But first we'll need to unpause these couple, and we'll also turn these engines on. And then these are actually going to contribute to the power output. And so right now we're only just around 1900 HP, but as soon as you start spinning up, we're going to be increasing in how much power we have. We'll need to fill this area up a little bit before they can start pumping water into the second phase of the aqueduct. And we also expanded our crop production over in Bravo City, and it looks like the water is actually pumping up here already. So now we'll just need to let these run for a little bit, and you can see the total power is up to 23, about almost 2400 HP. And this isn't quite enough to keep all these water pumps at full power, as you can see that they want about 3000 HP. But it does look like it is continuing to climb, and I think it's kind of a downward and upward spiral. So the more that these can pump out, the faster these spin, and then the faster that these spin, the more that these can pump water out. But that also is inversely true, so if these start slowing down, then these can't pump quite as much. So maybe we'll see this bouncing back and forth between a low and high power output. And in the last episode we also talked about setting up a third district over here, and I think we are going to get that started in today's episode. But instead of having the district crossing from Alpha City to the new Charlie City, we're going to be moving this district crossing into a interesting location. And that is because we're going to be building a humongous bridge in this episode, and I think the start of it is going to be right over here. So we'll have some staircases going up, and then we'll go all the way across to this ridge, and we'll also add in a little checkpoint. So we'll have some stairs come on up here, and then they'll meet up with the bridge and then have a district crossing on top of one of these large metal platforms. So we got to get the groundwork set up right now. Start by getting a few of these platforms set up, and in terms of the height, I think that I want to have this be 7 tiles high relative to this whole area, and these metal platforms are 5 tall, so we need to get some dirt blocks under that. But first we'll get this part set up, and so we're going to be going with the 6x1 bridges, and now we are beginning the construction process. So the only problem is that they actually can't reach if we have it just like this, so we'll need to find some other way for them to be able to build it all the way up to here. I'm pretty sure the beavers can build across to the base right here, but they just can't build this second platform. And as you construct this, you can see that these suspension bridges use a lot of metal blocks, planks, and logs, so we need to make sure that we have enough production for everything. We're nearly maxed out on scrap metal, and we're also just about maxed out on metal blocks in this district. We will want Bravo City to help out at some point, so let's see how they're doing. They're fully stocked up. We can also get this smelter going, and they have a lot of scrap metal stored up as well. So I'm going to have to basically look from above and just count to see where we can start placing the new platforms. And somewhere over here is where we're going to have the district crossing, so we'll need to be able to make a set of stairs that go up and tie into this area. And so we are going to have to relocate this forester, unfortunately. And then we'll need to leave a small gap in between, then we can have the staircase lead up to here. This is the entrance. It is quite the staircase. As soon as they remove these, already high prioritized, but as soon as they remove these, we can get this last staircase set up. And we do also need to make sure they can reach these over here. You can see that the beavers are starting to construct the first bridge, putting in the logs and the planks first, then they'll get the metal blocks in next. And look at that, they're using this bridge to make this bridge. Oh, and good thing I just remembered. We should go back and look at these. Let's pause this real quick. You can see that we are nearly topped off over here, so we can go ahead and start pausing these. And you can see the green space did expand quite a bit over here. We can go ahead and get some more trees planted, although we still have quite a bit of wood. But we might end up exporting a lot of that wood over to Alpha City since they're constructing this super long bridge. So we'll go ahead and get a forester right there. And then maybe we'll set another one up here. And these guys still have some unemployed beavers, so there's no harm in getting a few extra foresters. We can also continue placing dynamite leading up this way. We'll just need to make sure that there's some paths set up first. And then we are just about ready to have this first portion of the bridge constructed. And you can see that we do have a drought approaching. 3 days until that hits. We haven't had a bad tide in quite a while actually. Thankfully we have the bad water coming out of here so we can actually pump some bad water. And this is completely full right now. You can probably pause one of these. But looking to continue the expansion of this footprint, we'll need to remove a few more trees to make room for some of these platforms. And we'll probably have to do the same as we continue along this way. And then right around here is where we're going to have the large metal platform. But first I want to be able to double check that I'm right. Now that we have this one placed, we can double check that everything lines up. So this is where the edge of the metal platform needs to be. So we need to raise this one up since it's a 5x5 structure. And so maybe we'll have to relocate this one a little bit over here because I do want to make it not just 2 dirt blocks high, just go in a 1x1. I would like it to be a little bit of a kind of a pyramid so it doesn't look completely out of place. So we'll start getting this ready, and we will need to start clearing out some of these trees. And they did finish this first part of the bridge, and as I suspected, they are reaching across, putting all the resources into this bridge, and then they'll be able to make their way over to here. And we can also get this final staircase placed. And now they can build all this stuff, but it is all based on what order I placed everything, so they're going to be working their way over in this direction. We can also have the beavers of Bravo City start helping out, and it does look like they got all the trees cleared out, so we can start getting a path set up. This is going to be the new connection between the 2 districts. And if we make sure that this gets constructed first, we don't have to worry about having this one. And now they're already taking that path over here, so we can start getting rid of some of these paths. So now I think the beavers of Alpha City are going to need to construct this, because I'm pretty sure that only bots can place dirt blocks. And so we'll need to make sure that they can get prioritized. And we'll set those 2 up, and I think we're going to bump these up. Now they should construct all this before they do anything with the bridges, or at least the bot should start working on this. And then we'll be able to place this right here. And if I did my math correct, perfect, it lines up just as we wanted. And we can set up the district crossing here as well. And we could go with the smaller one, but if we're going to be making a huge metal platform, might as well go big. And in the future, if we wanted, we could even put some more district crossings. Actually, let's move this over just a little bit. Theoretically, if we wanted, we could do something like this and set up more district crossings, but we don't really need this. So we'll stick with this one for now. We can also start switching some of these builder huts to bots, and that should allow the bots to start constructing all these dirt piles over here. And the beavers are working hard. They got the second bridge constructed. Now they're working on this third one. And if we prioritize these 2, then they should be able to start getting these done. And then that should help get these bridges constructed just a little bit faster. And then back in Bravo City, we're going to get some more storage set up. And this will all be for wood because we will be transferring some of these other storages to the new Charlie City. Specifically these storages over here. We have 6 of them. And the drought has started. So let's really quickly pause the rest of these water pumps. And a quick resource check in Alpha City. They're still doing good on wood, planks, and metal blocks. So we're not having any shortage on all the construction materials required for all this. It might just be a worker situation. We only have 3 builders huts over here, I think. Plus we have the district center, but they don't have nearly as much as all the beavers over here in Bravo City. We have built so many builders huts, and it does look like a lot of them are actually sitting on their butts, so let's try and have them help out with some of the construction over here. Go ahead and get a few of these prioritized. That way the beavers of Bravo City can help put some metal into this large metal platform, because this takes 500 metal blocks. Although I'm looking at it and I think we actually need to rearrange this, unfortunately, because we need to be able to fit a bridge on the other side. And so if this goes right here, then we'll need to put that district crossing right over here. So we won't be able to fit the other two like I was hoping, but maybe we'll just need to place a few more large metal platforms in the future if we want to do that. You can see the beavers of Bravo City are doing their best, adding in a lot of metal blocks. They're going to be clearing this out. And of course, as soon as they're contributing all the metal blocks here, we have a drought and this guy can't get any power. We do have a lot of unemployed beavers, so let's get this guy some power. And they should be able to construct this pretty quickly since it only takes logs, and they have 3,500 of those. We finally have some power back for this smelter, so he's going to be going through some of the reserves that we have here. And this guy is sitting on his butt because he hasn't been able to make any up until now. And we are nearly empty on metal blocks in this district. Oh, but they did finish constructing this. And now, if we go ahead and prioritize all of this stuff, then they'll be able to make this staircase and be able to start working on the bridges from both this direction and this direction. Oh, and we had a bot trap himself. So after these bots construct this, okay, we'll just need to wait for all the beavers to go down, then we can delete this. There we go, he should be good. Now we can place this back in. Oh, but what are they doing? Are they going over here to construct this? Okay, well I'll just have to keep an eye on this right here. Okay, they finished it without any problems. Man, I just placed these platforms down and the beavers of Bravo City constructed it super quickly. And then as we continue getting the bridges set up over here, I think it's just about time to get the third district established. So we'll get a few paths set up and then we can get a district crossing set up over here between Bravo City and the new Charlie City. I think this is a pretty good spot to have the third district. It will allow us to make it all the way and reach all this area so they can help place the dynamite and get the levees constructed for the aqueduct to go back here. And then we'll eventually want to have that tie back into the lake down here. And you can see the beavers have made amazing progress. They are pretty much done with almost all the bridges over here. We just need to get this one constructed and then they'll make their way over here. They can start working on these. We do want the beavers of Bravo City to help out a little bit with some of this bridge construction. So we'll get the last bridge set up. And for now we're going to connect it in directly with Bravo City. That will just allow for the construction to get on a little bit quicker. And then after they get the bridges constructed, we can transfer over to the new Charlie City, which we need to rename that. And we have 16 unemployed beavers. We are going ham on getting all these beavers bred, so we're going to pause a couple of the advanced breeding pods. We really do not have enough work for all these beavers. Let's go ahead and look at migrating a few of them over to Alpha City. So now we still have 9 unemployed beavers here. And then, oh, we have 9, what? We have 6 vacancies. Are those, oh, those are in this third district because we have this unpaused and we have the district center unpaused. Although some of those vacancies will go away because we'll get some of these water pumps pumped out, but it looks like some of the crops are dying, so let's maybe lower this a little bit. Oh, but if we lower this, that should help bring some water back. I think that we actually had this area was blocked off by what you can't, oh, it is right here. This area was blocked off by this floodgate, and apparently it had dried out over here. And we're just a few bridges away from connecting the paths between Alpha City and the new Charlie City. And the drought is over, so we can officially start unpausing all these water pumps. Well, I guess we do want to wait until we have some water coming out of here. And these water pumpers have been making quick work of using some of the water in this reservoir, and we can go ahead and lower that just a little bit, help get some of the water coming back early. You can see the brigade of beavers coming over this way. They're bringing so many resources. Looks like they're all starting out with wood, every single one of them. Oh, and they were bringing planks as well. They finished putting all the logs in here and then half of the planks. Now before we connect this up, we'll just disconnect this here and then we'll get this set up so we can have the Beavers of Bravo City help construct some of the basics for this new city. And I don't know. Oh, is this connected to the same district? That is funny. Well, we will redo this. Does it have beavers on both sides? So the Beavers of Bravo City are hanging out, not delivering goods to each other. So we'll pause both of these for now. But they are just about done with this bridge right here. Looks like they just need a couple logs and then the rest of the planks and metal blocks. And then we will be able to start exporting from Alpha City to the new Charlie City and from Bravo City to the new Charlie City. And we will be transferring some of these buildings over into this district, give them kind of a boost on resources in the beginning. And so we'll need to bump all of these jobs up. Then we can start reducing these ones. And why are they not finishing this one? Are they out of metal blocks? They are out of metal blocks. Well, they're starting to get all this constructed. Oh, and they're going to even fill up some of the storage over here. I would get a large water tank set up first, but they don't have any metal blocks, so we can't quite do that yet. And we will need to get the aqueduct over here. That way we can have some water pumping area for the beavers of this district. And we might even just make a big hole for some of the extra water to start filling up. So now we're just waiting on, I guess, metal blocks. Do we have any in this district? They are also really low. They used all the metal blocks in constructing everything. These are both prioritized by haulers. I think we should lower the threshold. So temporarily we want to get this from Alpha City down to, let's say, 10%. We want to keep some, but if we have it set to 10%, hopefully that'll be enough. And now it looks like we have all the storages complete. We haven't put any water in here yet. But as soon as the beavers finish filling up some of these storages, we can cut ties right here, and then we can make this its own city. And then we have to get some trading routes set up, especially because they have 0 water right now. We will also need to get some extract set up over here, so we'll get one more medium tank set up. And the extract will be used in order for them to construct the double and triple dynamite. But it doesn't look like the beavers of Bravo City actually have that much extract of their own. So we'll go ahead and switch this one so that it can be filled with extract. And then let's check on how much there is over in this district. So they're nearly maxed out. If we prioritize this, then they should be making more, and then we'll have to check the distribution limits once again. Set to 45%, that should be good, and so that should allow them to export it over to this district. We'll go ahead and start slowly filling this up. We'll only turn a couple on. That reduces the chances of this completely overflowing by a little bit. And they have officially finished this bridge. I think they did a day or two ago, but I just wasn't paying attention. I was looking at all this stuff over here. And you can see this is quite a bridge. It goes, man, all the way down here. You can't even see the end through the district crossing. This is by far the longest bridge that I've constructed. I think this is 14 spans long, if you're counting each individual bridge. And we have this badass huge metal platform in the middle. They already started doing all the transfers. So now we can officially disconnect this. And then everyone's unhappy. So we'll go ahead and do that. Have to do the same over here as well. Now we're all connected in. We just need to transfer some beavers over here. And we have 30 unemployed beavers. Oh my gosh. Okay, real quick. We also need to start unpausing this because we're running a little bit low on water. I've been so distracted with the new city that I haven't even been paying attention to this Alpha City. But now we only have 2 unemployed beavers here. We still have 23 unemployed beavers in this district. So our population is well beyond what it needs to be. So we're going to just pause in its entirety all these advanced breeding pods. And it looks like we even have homeless beavers in this district. So we'll get a couple more houses over here. Get those prioritized in this district. And then as soon as we unpause these district crossings, so this is in Bravo City, this one's in Charlie City. Now we can transfer some beavers from Bravo City to Charlie City. Have to make sure that is correct. Now we can do that. Let's transfer 10 and then a couple babies. Although we never got the housing set up. That's one of the basic needs that they didn't get set up. But we do have enough beavers, and we have a few unemployed beavers. We'll get a couple lumberjack flags, and then maybe we'll increase this to 2. And we just gotta mark all this stuff to get chopped down. And they are bringing quite a bit. I hope that they get some water set up first. There we go. Looks like we have some water. They have more extract than they have water in this district. And with that, we're going to wrap up today's episode. We got quite a bit done. We established this new trolley district. And then we also got this humongous bridge set up. I don't know if I've seen a longer bridge in Timberborn. I was scouring the internet, but I couldn't find anything that was longer. If you guys have made a longer bridge, let me know in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and smash that like button. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe. I really do appreciate it. We're going to be trying to get to 1,000 subscribers in the next few months. And with that, we will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.